Hi, it's Hazel and welcome to my channel, Hazel and Aka Design. So I am continuing the next steps of this eco-dyeing process. Now this, again, is not how a person would do it if they weren't trying to make a video at the same time. What I have here, okay, I drained the yucky stuff and put it have another bundle on the stove right now. So I reused the same dyed water, like the rusty, grungy tea coffee mixture. Now, beside me, or in front of me here, I have a plastic bag to put the plant guts in. And I have a basin of lukewarm water. I don't know if it was supposed to be lukewarm or cold or what, but to sort of rinse off the papers. And I guess I'll just put the papers on the island as I reveal them. Now, we know that the, like anything, if you paint a wall, if you dye your hair, there are color changes as things dry. So we won't know. Maybe I shouldn't try that hard to say this. Okay, so what I ended up wrapping this bundle with was, at one point I bought a package. I think it had something like 6 or 8 or 10 spools of what they said was silk ribbon. Now this stuff lets color so easily. I'm not sure what kind of a dyeing process they use. Anyway, we will see if that made any sort of a difference here at all. So I guess that once this ribbon dries, there will be maybe some interesting marks on there. So put that off to the side. Now I weighted this bundle down. Now it turned out, let's see, one tea bag got left behind. I used these rusty door hinge pieces. Put those aside. I used a piece of rebar and I used a pin. Now, of course, as I was ending that video, you know that I didn't have any means to tie the bundle, nor did I have pins. So I did that after I stopped the video. Now, sitting in this pan, this looks pretty compressed. You would think, oh, she had lots of room for liquid. Well, despite the weight, it still seemed like it wasn't ever totally submerged. So at some point I turned the bundle over just to make, here's another tea bag, just to make sure that, that's a bit of, that's a bit of thread. Crazy, save it. Anyway, let's see what's what here. So I did rinse this out just briefly under, I should have my little container here to put the metal in. Whoops, sorry. I'll put the metal straight in there instead of spreading it all over everywhere. So I'll probably want to reuse some of those pieces. Okay, so you can see right off see this paper. You know why? Because of these big bulky stems. Throw that away. But look, the steel made a nice mark on there. So let's just, and this unfortunately is what happened the last time I tried eco dyeing. Now, of course, the marks are beautiful. It's the ripping that we could have done without. Let me see if I can open. And this is heavier. This is, I would say that this was the 117 pound paper. Oh my goodness, I can't get this open. Now, of course, even ripped paper has its value, especially if you're doing something grungy. Good grief. Okay, there we go. Whoopsie. So, a delicate touch. Oh, that's... Oh, damn it. Okay, that pretty well tore on the fold line, so... Sorry I'm out of view, but that's just the reality of this situation. Okay, but obviously, you know, pieces like this will end up being used as well. So you'll see these things again once they dry. Okay, this was the business card paper. Now, of course, it's going to want to open up on the perforations. Let's, well, maybe we have to, I'll save those little strips. Oh, see, it tore right on the, but again, that shouldn't be a surprise. It tore, or it came apart on the perforations. We'll just rinse that. Now, of course, this is going to want to tear on all the perforations, so no big deal there. Get rid of this plant material. And you can see, now the light, it's kind of overcast here today. I have all the lights on that I possibly could have. I think it's going to be just fine. Now, is this, yeah, this is the back page of that first. So okay, I think what I'm going to do is just do this as quickly as I can. Now see that, whatever this is. Oh, that tore through from another bundle. Picking these plant guts off here. I think I'm going to, it almost seems to me like this rinsing process is an unnecessary step, but I don't know. Should I be the one to change the rules when this is only my second attempt at ever doing this? Okay, so this was the heavier book page. You know what? Maybe it would be better if I took this all out of this pan. I'm going to, after I'm done with you guys, I'm going to squeeze this into that pan that's on the stove. Okay, we can see that in this one it had metal pieces because I can see the imprint of the nail and this hooky, whatever this hook. Oh, those are the rose petals. Now again, the rose petals might have been more, well, I guess that transferred the yellow, so that's okay. The rose petals might have been more effective or more noticeable if they were a color other than white. Now this paper is holding up beautifully considering that it had actual metal pieces. And of course, this is, if you're thinking, oh, that looks like an ink blot test, you would be totally right because it's a mirror image. Okay, this was that green cardstock. Oh, and after I turned off the camera from that from part one, I continued to make bundles till I had used up everything, which was a lot. The second bundle that's on the stove right now was a lot. Whoops, see, this is tearing. So cardstock is definitely not even heavy enough. or whatever. Well, I don't know what weight this would have been. Now, this had that Scottish, whatever it's called. I can't remember what that plant is called. And the spiky fern type fronds. See, that just tore in half. But, and that just tore into another piece. Okay, this was the Strathmore mixed media thing. Again, you know, it's pretty hard to tell when this stuff is wet. Now this held up better. I'm not going to rinse any more pieces because it just seems like, oh, look how nice the blue is. Wow. I love this. That could go in a peacock journal. I just finished saying I'm not going to rinse anymore, but I feel like I have to on this one. Oh, and this this bit of binding just fell off in the water. So obviously we have to keep that. Okay, another one of those book pages with something. See, I should get my husband to take the angle grinder or cutting torch or something and get this big knobby part off, because that's what happens. And yet by itself, it would be probably a pretty nice thing. Now these, I think these leaves were somewhat dry, so nothing so terribly exciting there. Okay, this is better paper. This is the mixed media paper. So, oh, this might be all right in the end. And the German status, of course, almost looks like lavender buds or leaves or whatever, you know, flakes. There's some promise there, I would say. Okay, this one. Okay, had this metal, I'm not sure what that is. That could be, I wonder if that's like a hose guide or something for the garden. It definitely seems that you either need ultra heavy book pages or at least mixed media paper to get anything that's sort of robust enough to withstand this process. Okay. Now, I will, because you've seen this, the the reveal or the unbundling or whatever you want to call it, I won't do that again. So what I will commit to doing, this was the sketchbook paper, and obviously too flimsy. It was 70 pound. And of course, typically when you see the description on a pad or a booklet of, let me just tear this in half because that's what's going to happen anyway. When you see sketchbook, you know that it's typically intended for dry media, you know, pencil, charcoal, Conte sticks, stuff like that. So it is not going to be very strong paper. I think I might as well tear this one because that's exactly what's happening. Yeah, I don't know that I love these results. Well, I shouldn't say that. I guess I'll reserve judgment to see if I love these results enough to warrant using mixed media paper Because let's face it, there's a cost to that. This one had some washers. You know, because if can't even remember what a pad of mixed media paper costs, but if it ends up being too many dollars, now I suppose the benefit here is that I can digitize any of the ones I really love because it's my stuff, my design. Okay, this is the last one in this bundle. Now, of course, a rectangular pan on a round burner probably means that there was a concentration of heat in the middle, and that's probably why there's this sort of an effect in the pan. Anyway, let's see what kind of juice I get out of this. And I can't remember what Caroline would have said about this cloth. If it needs to be thrown in a dryer to set, let me move this out of the way, to set the color, or if it needs to be washed. But look at the coolness here. So you can see that there is a bit of red that came off that ribbon. It's pretty subtle though. I would have expected, I've had more red transferred to my fingers than what transferred to this cloth. Oh, and did I blow through my glove? Feels like it. Okay, so I will figure out what I'm supposed to do with this cloth and and then do that. Okay, thank you so much for being here. Like I said, when I get all my bundles done, I almost feel like it's a waste. Maybe I'm going to have to redo some bundles because if the paper just tears, it might be better off. I'll move this and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so besides the bundle that is on the stove, I have this, and you can see that quite a bit of it is that sketchbook paper. Oops, I lost a washer. So I'll make a decision and then I'll let you know how it turned out. Okay, guys, thank you so much for being here. I'll probably show you the end results. I'll either do a special video or I'll leave it for the, excuse me, a follow-up Friday. But that might be too long for all of us to wait. Anyway, thank you. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.